or WPM radio. You can come for me, but I'm probably gonna ignore you unless you come with some lawyers or something with the feds. But this show is raw and uncut. It's straight to the point, and it's also just something organic for people who want realness and people who want to grow in life as I'm growing. And actually, my birthday is actually in a couple of days. I'm turning 22. So,
happy birthday, bro.
Appreciate it. But today, I got a very special guest with me. This is actually somebody I met a couple of weeks ago that I met through a close friend of mine. That I've actually liked. I like your style. I like the way you pick brain. I like the way you carry yourself. You really dope too. And then finding out, you in the real estate business just like I am.
Yeah.
And then also you do solar as well.
Yeah. Likewise, bro. I like picking your brain too, man. I know you had a different little style when I rap with you, when we first met, what we was, and I just could tell from your conversation that you ain't think like the average person, and I knew we shared like a like-mindedness in some kind of way, just find out we both do the little real estate game, that's another dope.
Right.
So we good, yeah.
Right. So on this episode, not only do I want to take people back, if you don't mind sharing your backstory, but also, I want to touch on mental health. I want to touch on just growing. I know you said you was a relationship guru.
Yeah. I give all kind of advice.
So I want to touch on all of those things, but first I want to touch on your background. How you came up.
Well, basically, just I'm from here, born and raised, 27. Birthday actually February 3rd. I'll be 28. But yeah, man, I just come up, here locally as a kid that was played sports, did all that. We hung out outside, close knit of friends. I grew up in Montclair, outside, we like the red zone, across them tracks, you know what I'm saying? But, I learned a lot, I seen a lot, came up, my mom, them, good people, still married today, got their head on straight, I just realized the other day that I got something from them that I ain't even know. My mom always read, and studied a lot, and I realized the other day that's the same, they really showed me and taught me the best part about myself right now,
Right.
How to read and study, that's how I come where I come now, but my background ain't nothing, major, I've been in trouble, I've been in prison, what I'm saying? I got out of prison. My first job out of prison was selling cars at Bob Tyler,
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I came out with a different drive, so I'm sitting here today a whole new man. Not many people know. But for those who do, they know. Like, I'm a pick your brain. I'm a good person to bring the pit, And so, like-mindedness, man. There's one lady, she was in college, I go to college too, in PSC. But she like a guidance counselor. But one thing she told me, that stuck with me to this day and I live by is kind of like, she said, you build a man, the world will come. You know what I'm saying? So I just took that as a sign to study and keep going like I'm doing, So that's what we at today, man. I don't really too much care about the past,
For sure.
But today we in a good place.
Right. Yeah, so I definitely like to give people to get their backstory to know who they dealing with.
Yeah.
Now, how you before we go ahead and get into the real conversation, anything you want to let them know about what you're doing in solar?
Appreciate that opportunity, bro. What I do with the solar, man, if you want some solar, solar panels on your home, of course we come out, we see if you qualify. You qualify, it's free, we sit down and talk to you, let you know what's going on, and we just get you saving, it's really all about, say you have a homeowner, at this moment, rates are going up with the electric bill. So with the rates going up, you will want to be able to save your homeowner the worry of paying a high bill by getting them into solar, which gets them in a fit, price where your price will never change, because you're no longer paying for power, you're producing. You know what I'm saying? What you're doing is you're paying for your system, which comes 25-year warranty, all kind of stuff, even a tax break in it, but if you want that, they can definitely get in touch with me. My phone number 850-293 6251. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
sure.
you know, and if you know, like I say, bro, we gonna work some things out. You
Yeah,
know, with this real estate
definitely.
game, man, that's really where it's at, man. We trying to get that going, you know, I also got a lawn service too, though. Me and my brother, you know, we do pressure wash, we do all that, you know. Tri Services, our company, and we just trying to be great.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna hit y'all up about some lawn services in a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. PSA. I do real estate. Everybody know. If you don't know, I do real estate. I sell real estate all in Florida. Residential, commercial, you name it, I can sell it. I can help you buy. First-time home buyers, I have an expertise in dealing with first-time home buyers. If you need somebody to hold your hand and walk you through the whole process step by step, that's definitely me.
Great opportunity.
For sure. Yeah. And then now we have somebody who does solar, so once we close you on your house, we're gonna get you some solar panels as well.
Solar, we can save from day one.
Right. And then I did want to make an announcement. I am doing a webinar, a live webinar. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to buy a home in 2022 for free. I'm going to be touching on what your credit need to be, what you need to do as far as pre-approval, the steps you need to take, how much money you need. I'm touching on everything really soon. So go ahead and y'all go check that out. And actually, if you guys want to stay updated on when I'm going to be doing that webinar, go ahead and text real estate to 833-767-5633. And basically, once it's a sign up list, once you text that number, once you text the words real estate to that number, it's going to send you a link. It's going to let you know that you signed up to my text messaging list, and it's going to send you my website, and it's also going to allow you to sign up and contact me if you want to book a consultation. And also, when you're on my list, I'm going to be able to let you know when I'm doing that webinar for you guys.
What's up?
For sure.
What's up, man?
And then also, as you guys know, I still do the perfume and colognes and skincare products. So the alexanderbrand.com website. As of late, me and Rax TV, Devin Wilson, we've been doing a collab on the Mr. and Mrs. Rax. This is some of the best cologne and perfume. For sure.
Yeah.
Like that raw review. That's the male.
Oh yeah, that's a good little rub. Yeah.
For sure. And just the female one.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Keep it fruity. Okay.
For sure. Yeah, but those are going on the website. Everything is 50% off on the alexanderbrand.com. So if you want to purchase something that smells good, make your girl smell good for Valentine's Day, go ahead and go to the alexanderbrand.com and go cop those Mrs. and Mr. Rax collection. And other than that, let's go ahead and get into the conversation.
Yes, sir.
For sure. So you want to go into mental health first, or you want to go into relationship?
Whatever you need it, bro. It's your show.
Okay, for sure.
We rocking out.
So I'll start by saying this. With mental health, I'm one of those people, I value mental health. I think especially black people, young black men, should definitely focus on, going to go see a therapist, or not even seeing a therapist, going to go talk to somebody about whatever issues they're dealing with. And I've also noticed, just hanging around the likes of various different individuals, it's very hard for us to do that. So the first thing I want to touch on is, why do you think it's so hard for us to do that? And what do you think it could be the solution to close that barrier so we can get that done? Because I've noticed that even in, when we get into relationships, we keeping our emotions just in, don't want to talk to nobody, and then, something slick gets said, you're flipping out on your girl, or flipping out on your people or whatever. Yeah. So I want to get your perspective on that.
Well, what you want me to hit first? You say before the solution, what I think, what's the reason why?
Yeah, what's the reason why?
I think the reason why people are so aggressive is because, in my viewpoint, from how I think, people are more so running. Because when I speak, bro, I'm gonna speak from a root of an issue. I don't never speak about the normal situation. Like when a person comes to me with a problem, Like, you can't come to me with a problem and think I'm gonna judge you based off of the story you're telling me.
Right.
I'm a judge the story based off of what's the issue, like what's happening, like what's your characteristic, what's your personality trait that's causing this, and what's theirs.
Right.
You know, so I feel like people run and they're aggressive because they don't really, you know, in a way they like acting out, you know, like a child, you know, when they don't want to be true with themselves, about themselves, you know,
Right.
they don't want to face those insecurities, you know, they don't want to face the challenges that it takes to become the person that they need to become, you know, they don't want to be uncomfortable.
Right.
You know, so, and I think to fix that, you just need to face it, you know.
Right.
Step to it, don't dance around it.
Right.
You know, just understand you're only the way you are because you didn't know any better. You know, now it's time to know better.
Right.
Read, you know, I advise everyone to read books, you know what I'm saying? Read your Bible. Read, you know,
Right.
get some understanding.
Why you saying that? Why we don't know better? So the last episode I did, we kind of touched on people not knowing better. When it comes to somebody who didn't grow up in a good household like you did, you know, where your people were still married, or they didn't really have nobody.
I'm gonna tell you something about that real quick.
Okay.
'Cause I grew up with that all my life. You know, you know, it's in a way, man. You gotta understand. You know, just because you have two parents that's in the same home, that don't make your life no easier, bro. You know what I'm saying? That like people look at it that don't know. So let me give you an insight of being in the situation. Like, that don't mean I can connect with anybody in this house. You know, that don't mean I feel like they understand me.
Right.
So if I don't feel understood, if I'm not feeling like I'm at peace with a certain way things are going based off of how I think it should go, I'm not at peace just like the next man ain't at peace.
Right.
So my head just as shook as his. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just doing it in the house with two parents.
Right. That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just a viewpoint of, you know, you can't really like, that's no excuse.
Yeah, there's no excuse.
It's no excuse.
You
You know, so you just gotta tackle it.
Now, with you saying that no excuse,
Yeah.
how do you feel if, you know, you coming into this world as a baby? Now, you don't have no positive guidance. How does somebody?
No, don't get me wrong. It's bad.
Right.
You're in a bad situation.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not taking lightly to that. You know, I'm blessed. I got gratitude for how I came up. But I'm saying at the very end, when it comes down to making choices today as an adult,
it's on you.
You got to take responsibility.
For sure.
Because we speaking to adults. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just don't want them to think I want them to be able to like have any kind of excuse. You know what I'm saying? To have an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, tackle it.
Right. Are you one of those? Before we continue that part, are you one of those people who you look at the world as no excuses? There's no excuses for anything.
No, it's not, bro. Like, everything I have today is from what I put into it.
Right.
The choices I made. I don't have what I don't have today because of choice I didn't make yesterday.
Right.
Now today I need to make the best choice so I can have what I need later on, you know, so I can create those opportunities so we can click up, you know.
Right.
And we can get our thing going. We can put our minds together and put a team together. And then, you know, we understand we put in blood, sweat, and tears, but when it all come out and we really eat, we cashing checks, we eating out, you know, all that. And, you know, they're going to say it happened overnight. But they didn't see the other days, you know. Definitely, bro. Definitely.
I actually get that today. Like, last year was my best year in real estate.
Yeah.
A lot of people thinking like, they thinking like, I just started yesterday.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you doing good. Now I need to get in that real estate. I'm like, man,
bro, I just started real estate like September, October for real last year.
But you been doing good?
Man, I just studied it. I've been studying. I never took action. I just took action last year. You know, I've been studying since I was in prison. You know, I had a white dude in prison. He was older. He's from like Fort Walton. Rich man, you know, millionaire. And he used to talk to me about real estate. And he used to show me books. He used to get them in. He used to get the Success Forbes, Entrepreneur Magazine, New new small business owner magazine, you know, and then he showed me the money section and the real estate section in the newspapers. So I started learning about it then, you know, but I never took action till last year.
For sure. I had a quick question. So you mentioned that you was incarcerated for a minute. Do you think that did that time frame like build you into the person who you are today?
Definitely.
As far as like
definitely, it saved me. It saved me, bro. You know, because you know, with me how I am, you know, when I went to jail, what I did was, you know, on the streets to the people who know me, you know, I'm very outspoken. You know what I'm saying? I talk. You know, I hang out. I joke.
Right.
You know, that's just me. That's my personality. But when I got to, you know, when you go to jail, you go to prison especially, you know what I'm saying, you go into more of a survival mode, you know, so it's like I wasn't talking. So when I wasn't talking, I'm in my mind. So as I'm in my mind, I'm telling you, it started in jail, bro, because you don't have books in jail. You know, you had a boring books. I read some of the non-fictions, all of them, but mostly I read my Bible, you know what I'm saying? So I just read my Bible like 8 hours throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? Then when I got to prison, got my hand on other kind of books, I'm still reading 8-10 hours a day. Like, you know, until I started working at the word camp, you know what I'm saying? So I always educated myself in there, and that's how I built myself to be who I am now, because now I study, I read. Telling you, I read a lot of books.
That's what's up, though.
You read?
I read a lot. Man, like, actually, what got me to where I am today as far as, like, doing real estate early, doing business early, a lot of the stuff that I got into early on, I really got that from reading. So
yeah, definitely.
I didn't really...
How could we learn that here? Who we know? Like, I love our parents that we had, you know, as far as me and my brothers know, you know, but they only could show me what they knew.
Right.
They didn't know nothing about this part.
Right.
You know, so today they can see it now. Right. You know, but I want to help them believe it.
Yeah. A little, kind of like what kind of pushed me in that direction was me hanging out with. So my people are Muslim.
Yeah.
So I didn't grow up with my daddy in my life, but I grew up with a lot of OGs.
Yeah.
So what I used to do when I was a kid, I didn't really talk much.
Yeah.
I used to study everything. Mm-hmm. You name it, from how somebody nails is. Mm-hmm. I used to study that. Mm-hmm. How people's brains work. Mm-hmm. You name it, I used to study everything you could possibly think of. Mm-hmm. From, I would say, 6 years old all the way to 15. I would read every single thing that came to me. I studied the way water work, how to clean water, the way the sand work. I used to study all of that, and that's really what kind of brought me into who I am today. And then what I would do is I would study people who I would aspire to be like. Like,
you're ahead of the game, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're ahead of the game.
For sure.
That's the very thing they teach you to do when you want to become successful. So you had it naturally.
Yeah.
So that's great.
For sure.
Because I had a hot head naturally. So I had to learn how to be this way. Right. You know? I mean, I could have went to the NFL, bro. You know, I was good in football. Basketball, too. You know, I remember Leo line 9th grade. You know, people always tell their little sports story, you know.
Right.
First day, you know, Leo line trials, 9th grade. I say, hey, bro, pass it to me at the 3-point line. Don't pass it to me way up there. I'm finna take off. Right. They thought I was playing, so they threw it to me at 3-point line. I got it. I said, I drove about 2 times to it, and I had long legs, you know, and I was fast. So when I took off, you know, boom, boom, I hit it real quick, and I came up and yammed it, you know. Coach was like, oh, Freeman got legs, you know. I was real good, bro. I was fit to play on the varsity football team in the playoffs my 9th grade year. But the week before the game, I had got arrested at the school, you know. Oh, wow. So that's what ended, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that with my sports. But, yeah, man, I ain't never had that in me, bro. I had to learn that. That's the best thing, bro. You're ahead of the game, man.
And I appreciate
for
it,
real. Because you already trained your brain. You already went through the uncomfortable stage as a kid, not knowing it. You know?
Yeah, really.
Not knowing it, so you trained yourself to be, you know, to do that. I was in prison with a dude like that. His name Gutter. He from Jacksonville. Shout out to little Gutter, man. He was like that. He was in prison with me, bro, real smart. Right now he got a cell phone store in Jacksonville and one in Daytona.
Oh wow.
Bro, doing good. He probably been out about 2 years now. Me and him still stay hooked up. He got me this, you know what I'm saying? I went down there, bro, get me a good discount, just from off of them. We just cook together, eat together,
Right.
So we really like that, so, but yeah, you remind me of that, bro. For real, then you gonna go hell. You gonna call hell, bro. I'm telling you gonna call hell, bro. But we gonna, I'm good to have you in my circle, for real.
Sure. And I really didn't start seeing that until like last year. Like last year, there's a lot of older people who I'd be around, and they'd start telling me like, when you our age, you gonna take over the world, man.
You gonna be straight by then.
Sure.
You gonna be laid back by the time you say, you gonna have people doing what you teaching yourself to do right now. You got that kind of brain,
right?
You gonna have people doing that, And when you do, bro, now you can sit back and collect the check overall. You still gonna see to it because you like to study. So you still gonna see to it, but bro, that's what it's supposed to be. That's what education is for. But action is what separates the two. That separates the two. So. Definitely, we gonna make some moves. We gonna take action.
I can't wait, man. What's your religious perspective?
Really, man, I'm not a religious person. I'm just spiritual. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I believe in God. He's the creator. But more so, what I think about and I put my energy towards right now is believing in me. Understanding that I create with my thoughts, my outcome. So that's what I really focus on. I know God is the one who, see to everything that I have, every way that I am protected, everything covered, the doors that open, the people I bump into, the relationships I build to, how I'm able to handle myself. But at the end of the day, I focus on my ability to take accountability in my life.
Right. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's really what I kind of noticed things started changing for me was, taking accountability and just blaming when stuff don't go my way, blaming myself.
Yeah.
That's really where I started to see change. And like, even like with real estate.
Yeah.
Real estate. I managed to sell one house by myself, but when I see that,
it ain't as glamorous as people think, man.
It ain't.
It ain't as glamorous as people think. Like they don't. Man, I'm talking about it's like the picture of the stairs that be on social media with like all the little blood and the spikes and everything behind, but they can't see that part. It got,
right.
That's in the dark. All you see is me at the top of the stairs now. But like, boy, right. Real estate game is so serious. It's you can't be built any kind of way and build in a real estate game. You gotta be focused. Like you have to be committed, disciplined, take action. Like all that. Man, I'm talking about you gotta go through the uncomfortable stages.
You're not lying, but you're not lying. It get real in real estate, man.
Yeah,
especially like when you don't have nobody who was in the game before. Because when I got in the game, I didn't have no mentor.
Yeah, I got some good mentors. I'm gonna say that though. I got a dude here. He helped me out, bro. And then it's like it don't take me long to get a relationship with a person that is gonna help me.
Right.
I have the kind of personality that I'm gonna draw people like me to me, or if you're not like me, you're gonna get away from me.
Right.
So, I don't hang around people and have to know them long. Off the back, I know if I'm gonna find somebody. So, but I've been blessed to run across a good couple people. One of them, is like family. That's who I started off with, teaching me the game. And, but I do a lot of YouTube too,
Sure.
I look at the gurus on YouTube and, definitely everything else, man. Really, a lot of it though is God given. I ain't gonna lie to you. My basics of me,
I like
God
to hear that
given, but I do my work too, and then I do have a couple good people around me.
That's what's up. How do you, with you being somebody who focuses on mental health and just all about self, how do you keep a sanity? So when something not going your way, or when you having a bad day.
What's my outlet?
Yeah.
My outlet is just me understanding of who I have to become, to be the way I want to be. I'm just more so conscious of what I don't want to do when I get mad, because I know what result it's gonna bring.
Consequences.
yeah, I know my consequences.
Right.
I done did it a lot, you know.
Sure.
Ain't get me nowhere. So I'm gonna first think about what I don't really need to do and like how to like if the situation getting too critical, I might need to like if I can go, I need to go on ahead and go because I know where it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And anything can go bad. You know, not saying like how bad the situation gonna be in itself, but I know at the end result it ain't gonna be nothing good because I never got nothing good out of no way I acted. So
right.
I just be conscious of what not to do. So my outlet is, man, I just might get away to myself, isolation. That's my real outlet. If I really want to get to myself, bro, I just isolate myself. And that's my out. Like, I'm better with myself than anybody.
So that's what's up, though.
Because then I can read. Then I can, do whatever to calm me. Even if it's just listen to music.
Right.
Anything, bro. But I isolate myself.
That's what's up. Yeah, I kind of, the way I kind of do my therapy, as one would say, is actually podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
Talking. I like
good.
talking to people.
That's good.
So, like, and one of the things that kept me out of trouble, like, doing anything, is, like, I used to get perspectives from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to hang around the worst type of people.
Mm-hmm.
The worst type of people are people who, the best type of people.
Mm-hmm.
I get perspective from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, okay. Oh, like when I'm having an issue, a relationship issue or just an issue or a competition issue or anything like that, I'll get somebody who'll be like, hey, what I need to do, or I listen to people tell me their stories.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, okay, if I do this could be the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Or, thinking about something like, I also think about the different ways the situation can play.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I think I got the upper hand, I understand that, just because you might have the upper hand, things can still not go my way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what kind of keep me on a level path
Mm-hmm.
and being seen. It's like I think 5 times before I do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So like when it comes to the simplest thing, I think 5 times about it. I be like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
if I approach this way, this is what can happen. If I do this way, this
Mm-hmm.
can happen. Type deal.
And I just think that come from me, knowing you from what you just told me, I think that come from you just addicted to learning.
For sure.
That's all it is,
Yeah,
So you like to listen to everybody because you're addicted to learning. You want to learn, So you're going to break something 5 times because you want to learn for sure this is the outcome,
Right.
And then it's like next time I need to learn something else.
Yeah. That's a different perspective. I ain't never had nobody say that to me.
Real.
Addicted to learning. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I definitely need to, I'm going to coin that for sure.
Yeah. For real, bro. But, my true passion though is like it's helping people. Yours podcasting, mine is kind of like a one-on-one.
Right.
When they're going through something, they can call me and get, like that's why I say I like this platform. I'm grateful for it because, I want to spark, like Tupac say, man, I might not change the world, but I'm gonna spark the ear of the person who does.
For sure.
And then another thing, it's a quote I just heard the other day, which is so true. It's kind of like how my mindset is, kind of speak to how I am. That's why I want to work with people and change people, because it was a Maya Angelou quote. She say, people may not remember what you say, people may not remember what you do, but people always remember how you make them feel.
I agree.
So I just want to change lives. That's what put me at peace, and that's what I'm happy with, changing a life. Giving you that hope, So in the end game, I want to be like a life coach or something like that, or a counselor, I wouldn't mind doing that, having my own, fraternity, whatever you call that, having my own business in it though.
You ever thought about being a therapist?
Yeah.
It's kind of like what that is.
Same thing, bro.
It's kind of
I do that too. Yeah, I do that too. And that's what I just like to do. That's my passion. That's something that it'll take me nothing to do. It's nothing to go through the pains and doing it because I love it so much. Just like, you with podcast.
Yeah. That's actually, with podcasting, that's really what inspired me to do the podcast. So I'm kind of like you in the same way. A lot of people come to me when they have certain issues. They be like, they get my perspective on it.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people just like I think about myself.
That's how I do too.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I ain't gonna cut no corners with you.
Right.
That's why I say like I say about the reading. I ain't gonna cut no corners with you. You know what I'm saying? You need to read. I don't care what you went through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You need to read. That's just the answer that you need to be better.
Yeah.
Not trying to be harsh, but I'm telling you how to get a result.
Self-improvement.
You know, giving you an action. Take it. You really want it? Take it.
For sure.
If you don't, you're just talking.
That's what's up. Yeah. But I like to hear that, and I think more people. I think if a lot of people took that type of approach in life, their life would turn around.
It'll change. I'm telling you, it'll change. Their mind will be blown at their capabilities, but not only that, they'll feel so much better about themselves. They'll be so much more at peace. All that aggression that you talking about, arguing at your old lady, that ain't finna happen.
Right.
You know, he gonna be good, at peace with himself. He's gonna be accomplished.
Right.
You know, that'll help him.
I think that's the best. I think that's the best place somebody can be like. With me getting that peace, because I remember times where I used to be stressed out, where I used to be going through it. But now that I'm at peace, it's the best feeling in the world. There's nothing that can take me off my pivot.
Man, let me tell you about accountability, man. This is a situation that's still active, you know, but I'm gonna tell you how different I am now.
Right.
I went and got my son from school the other day, and I had an altercation with somebody else that my attitude came out. So boom, you know, my mom called me like, boy, you know I'm gonna went to jail today, right? I'm gonna call the charge. You know, I'm like, whatever. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, you know, because like I already told myself that I was ready for that, you know.
Right.
Not saying like I ain't trying to hear it, but it's like I already know. I accepted that then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of the city. If it really went that far, it really wasn't gonna go that far, but that's just, you know, that's just my attitude, you know, it's just me being raw. You know, but you know, me thinking about how I talk to my son and what I tell him, everything I do with him is me taking accountability. So I'm like, okay, I can't tell him don't do this, and then he see it, but I'm still standing on, you know, me doing wrong. So, you know, my mom, she was like, you need to apologize. You need to go back up there and apologize. You know, I'm like, all right, mom, yeah, all right, you know, I ain't, you know, all right, mom. You know what I'm saying? But as I sat there and really was holding myself accountable, I was like, dang, she right. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling him something, but if I'm not accountable for myself, and if he don't see me, you know, be humble, you know, humble myself and do right, I can't expect him to do right, you know. So I'm like, okay, you know, I'm gonna go back up there to the school, you know, and I'm gonna, you know, have him there so he can see it, you know, and just not really just I'm sorry for what I say, but it's like I apologize for letting my emotions control me and me not controlling my emotions.
Right.
Because that's what I tell him. So I'm going to say those exact words in front of him to her.
Right.
You know, that's how I hold myself accountable now. That's the difference in, you know, me running away from it and me approaching it.
You're just teaching yourself discipline.
Yeah. Got discipline. I can't teach him if I can't teach me. But I know if I teach me, I'm going to go so far. I'm going to go to them places you say everybody can be at if they would just take that step. Right. But that's the sacrifice it takes too.
So with you having a son, how are you with your son? Like, are you like just raw and uncut with him?
I talk to him like I talk to everybody else.
Oh, for sure.
People hear me talk to my son, that sound like you talking to a grown man. My mom don't hate it, you know. They don't like the way I talk to them, but they don't understand. I'm looking at 15 years down the road. I'm not even talking to the little boy right here.
Right.
I'm talking to the man he finna be.
Right.
You know? So I talk to him real cut, you know, and I sometimes I have to catch myself and understand I got to get on the other side a little bit, you know, just to talk to him. So we do that with sports, though, you know. But I still never going to talk to him like a child, though.
Right.
But, you know, I do understand in certain perspectives I have to give him. But like I say, that's something I tell him all the time, control your emotions, don't let your emotions control you.
Right. I preach that a lot to a lot of my peers, you know, who they done got into some trouble or, you know, they hot heads themselves. I be trying to tell them, you know, don't let your emotions control you because, you know, you make one slip up, you can be gone forever.
But, you know, they gotta want it. It didn't happen for me until I wanted it. You wanted it at a young age, you didn't know it, so that's why I say you blessed, you know. Like you know how you just was using that example. Okay, you grew up in a home with both of your parents, and I had one.
Yeah.
You know how you look at that. That's how I look at you with that mindset.
Oh,
like, dang, you 6 years old thinking like that. You grew up good, bro. You grew up good. You ain't had to think like I think. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So you beat me in a lot of corners then, you know?
Right.
And I look at that the same way.
For
That's
sure.
how you gotta
That's
know
right.
you had
That's
something
different.
good growing up, bro. You know? And that's just how it is, man.
Right.
Just how it is. You have to get there. You have to. You know, but a lot of people are trying to get there when like me, later on when we grown. You know, it's a part of the struggle you can't understand because you've been doing the 6'6".
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
You know, and that's just the difference. You know, but we all have no excuses. You know, everybody should be able to sit down and have conversations like this.
Right.
And be open-minded and understand things.
Right.
You know, that's what's wrong with relationships.
Okay.
Really
Let's go ahead and get into it.
They're really not understanding. You know? Right. Yeah.
Do you think, I'm going to let you know how I feel about relationships right now. So, when it comes to relationships, I feel like the major problem in most relationships, whether you married, girlfriend, boyfriend, I feel is the communication.
Yeah.
I feel like there ain't no communication.
Yeah, definitely, because you know, you gotta understand, everybody say communication, but communication comes with honesty, you know, and then if a person don't feel like they can say something to you with being honest without you catching an attitude and, you know, and you acting out and lashing out, they're not gonna trust you with their honesty, you know, so they can't communicate. And some people that can communicate and a person is willing to understand, they choose not to communicate. So I agree with that. Yeah, that's what I always say, bro. That's what I always say. It's communication. Communication is key, but also now I understand that understanding is just as important. Because if you talking to me, but I'm looking for a point to argue with you instead of listening to you to understand how you feel, then no matter how much you talk to me, we ain't gonna get nowhere anyways. Cause I'm just waiting on a point to lash out like so I can be right. You know? I ain't just, you know, everybody just wanna be right. You know, but nobody wants to really love and understand.
Right.
And that's why I think our generation has it where, you know, stuff don't last like back in the day and all that.
Do you think social media plays a large hand?
Yeah, definitely. Influence. That's influence, you know. A lot of people are influenced and don't even understand. A lot of people don't understand the difference between their conscious and their subconscious mind, you know?
Right.
And until you learn how you think, you can't tackle the things that's stopping you, you know?
Right.
So you need to read.
For sure. I've seen several different scenarios where I've seen people, you know, people who are in abusive relationships, people getting and cheating in relationships.
Yeah,
I've seen all that. And I've seen like no matter which way it played, it was always communication. Because I was like, dang, are y'all having that real conversation? It's like a lot of times it's
they have a lot of watered down conversation in communication, man. I'm talking about, but you know, they need to just the honest day. I'm telling the person to be with themselves. That's how honest you need to be with your partner. You know? Right. That's just as much. And if listen, when you really meant to be with somebody, it's real love, bro. It's gonna be that strong where you're gonna be comfortable doing it. You're gonna understand like this is your other half. You know, how can you not communicate with your other half? And if we can't communicate like that, ain't no way we really need to try to be together this long.
Right.
Just have fun then. That's what you want to do, you know. But I ain't into having fun because I understand, man. Somebody was telling me one day, you know, where you put your energy, you know, the people you put your energy into, you know, the conversation, even the thoughts, you know, that you put your energy into plays a huge role on who you are.
Right.
So I don't even do that no more.
I don't. Actually, like, last year, 2021, is really kind of changed my perspective as far as, you know, hanging around certain people. It's like, you know, I love these people, but it's like, you know, what y'all doing and what I'm doing is two completely different directions. And, you know,
it's no hard feelings because right now it ain't, you got to understand just because you separating yourself, that don't mean you leaving them. You creating opportunities. you creating opportunities, bro.
Right.
You know, that's what I'm doing. I ain't finna hang around a lot of my homeboys right now, you know, because I ain't trying to get caught up, you know. And I don't want you thinking I owe you or like, you already don't call me, you know what I'm saying? But I still love you, though. You know one thing about it, I love you, you know what I'm saying? And we all know we like family.
For sure.
But at the end of the day, that don't mean I gotta hang around you. I'm gonna create an opportunity for you, though. So when I come back, I'm give you the opportunity. You wanna keep going this way, you wanna go this way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I done paid the dues for you. I did the hard part.
Sure.
It's the easy part. Just join. It's something you can do that I can't do. It's a strength you have, I don't have. I never seen a successful person that didn't have a team.
Right.
Never seen a successful person that doesn't have a team, bro. So that's one thing I was telling my brother the other day. You know, we had these talks all the time. I was telling him, I say, man, as long as I was trying to do it by myself, for myself, I wasn't motivated to do it. What motivates me today is the thought of one day creating an opportunity for those homeboys.
Right.
You know, for those I meet like you. You just like my homeboy now. Just from meeting you a couple weeks ago because we're like-minded.
Right.
You know, so guess what? I want to create you an opportunity as I know you can create one for me.
For sure.
You know? So that's definitely what it's about. That's the drive, man. And man, not a lot of people got that, but you gotta have a team.
Right.
You got to have a team. You gotta network. Just telling my mama that yesterday. I said, Mama, you gotta network. You gotta get you a different surrounding circle, you know?
Right.
You gotta get those like-minded people with the vision you have, you know, to go to, not the one that you had or the one you live, the one you're trying to live.
Right.
You know?
And that's actually what doing that last year is really what changed how much money I was making.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I start hanging around like
Results
people
come.
with money,
Yeah.
like people with like millions and millions of dollars, that's when I really started making money.
Cause your mindset changed. You understand, like, dang, it's an average person. Like, no, you realize it helps you believe in yourself. You like, man, these average people just like me. That's what happened to me, bro. When I got around these people selling these cars, you know, fresh out of prison, and you know, you ain't gotta work that 9 to 5 for real, but you ain't gotta go out there and get in trouble either. But these people really making more money than people on the street.
Anybody on the street.
You know, I'm talking about M's. People got M's, bro. Man, dude, I used to work with Solar. You know, 2 of them, bro. I'm talking about, I know they making millions. You know, I done seen 4 or 5 people in Solar within like 2 weeks of me starting to work that I seen like 4 or 5 millionaires. You know, like it's crazy. So it's like it gave me a different thought process. Now you can make the money because you can see it.
Right.
You know, as long as you can't see it, as long as you thinking, oh, I'm doing good if in 20 years I got $1 million. You know,
right.
You got that mindset. How can you make it?
Right.
So that's what it is.
Yeah, man. Definitely, if it's one thing y'all don't take from this episode, it's definitely surrounding yourself around people who you actually aspire to be like.
Definitely. Study them like you used to do when you was little.
Right. Right. I feel like if everybody did that,
yes.
It would be different.
Yeah, that's something I really never did. Only person I studied like that really was like, I ain't gonna lie, as a young person, I was like fascinated with pimps, how they talk.
Right.
You know, how they control the mind.
Right.
You know, how they, you know, I'm like, damn, how they control, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they tough. Like, they can almost read a person's mind. Like, they gotta be able to read their mind to make them do that. You know what I'm saying? So I was always interested in that. Then as I got a little older, I got interested in like Malcolm X.
Right.
And like I was just telling you, I like the way he spoke, you know, how he delivered the message and people took it. Tupac was a good dude at it too.
Right.
You know, when they speak, you know, Pimp C, he was good at it too.
Right.
And they had to deliver, bro. Their words had power. You know, it ain't good to talk a lot. That's why when I was in jail and prison, my mindset was be quiet because it ain't good to talk a lot for real.
A lot of people probably wouldn't even believe this. I didn't really start getting talkative until like I turned 20.
Yeah.
Like
I could tell you're an introvert. I could tell.
Yeah.
No matter how much you talk, I could tell like your energy is still introvert.
Yeah.
You still, though you talking, you're controlling what you're saying.
Right.
You
Most
know?
definitely.
you're not letting a person too deep in your mind.
Right.
But you know that from years of studying. Now that you're talking, you like talking because you know how to control the conversation. That's why you like podcasting.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
You like to control the conversation, but pick the brain and don't have yours get picked to a certain degree.
Right.
But when you talk to a like-minded person, they can pick it up.
Yeah, pick it up. For sure. That's what's up.
I can see that.
But yeah, doing that. Growing up, I was isolated.
Yeah.
I be in my room.
Man.
Even today, like when I go back to the house, I'm going right back in the room.
That's good. That's good.
And I'm studying. Like you ask my mama, when it be summer break, if we ain't taking no trips or nothing like that, I'm sitting for about 12 hours straight on YouTube watching 50 different lectures. Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, all the greats.
Yeah.
Even the worst type of people.
Yeah.
I studied Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, Joe Biden, everybody that people hate, Hitler. I studied everybody, getting a perspective on both sides. It was like,
I used to watch a lot of documentaries.
That's me too.
You know, I used to watch a lot of documentaries. My mom used to like, when I was coming up, you know, I'm 13, 14. I'm in there watching number like documentaries on crime, like murders, all kind of cold cases. She like, boy, I hope you got a strong mind watching that stuff. I'm like, you know, but she didn't understand. It's not really the crime itself. It's the psychology of the mind that interested me.
Right.
You know, that's why I like the CSI Miami and stuff like that, you know. And I used to study people like that, like Malcolm X. That's why, you know, I was like, I like the way he delivered his speeches. And I looked at why he believed in what he believed in, you know, what he believes in and all, you know, how he delivers it to people, how he handles an argument. You know, like when a person tries to come at him and challenge him, you know, what was his reaction? Right. That's what I liked it about. You know, he was calm, you know, cool-headed, but he was powerful. You know, just like...
I'm finna pick your brain real quick about Malcolm. So, with you studying Malcolm X, I'm pretty sure you know you're aware of, you know, the Nation of Islam, you know, that split. Do you feel like Malcolm was wrong for, you know, airing out that man's personal business?
Yeah, he was wrong because that was an emotional move. He was still emotional at that time. He wasn't logical. Right. You know, he didn't do the normal Malcolm X thing. Malcolm X usually didn't do stuff like that. You know, he usually kept personal, and he killed you with straight facts. Right. So he should have attacked more of the religion than his personal life. Right. You know, if he felt like it was something wrong. But it really wasn't the religion, though. He felt like it was a wrong leader. Yeah. You know, he should have, so he should have attacked it more in a more, let me say, looking for the word. Yeah, he should have attacked him more like, just more to the law. Right. But not with personal facts that nobody else knows but you. But you. Yeah, you told him, man. Yeah, man. You know, he was wrong for that. But I admire his study habit. That's why I really admire him. His study habit in jail. He taught himself how to read, write. He read the dictionary. He learned how to study. You know, not only did he teach himself how to read, he studied. You know, he taught himself how to study. A great studier. Right. You know, and that's what I aspire to be, good at studying. You know.
That's how I aspire to be too. Like, I'm one of those people, like, if it's one thing that I'm gonna do, I'd rather learn something before having sex. Like, I'd rather keep learning for the rest of my life versus doing like anything fun or anything. Or
I definitely, if you had a choice, one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm choosing learning every time.
Right. So, I like nobody ever. You can't with sex. You can only go so far with it. What you gonna get more from sex?
For sure.
You get nothing more. But if you learn, you might think of how to have sex. Like you know, you might be the first one to discover it. You learning new things.
Would you having the mindset that you are today? Does that make you very picky? Who you decide that you want to be with as far as, you know, relationship wise?
Definitely. Boy, that's major.
What's up?
I'm talking about that's why I already wasn't no type of person to have a lot of girlfriends anyway. Right. You know, I only had like 2 serious girlfriends in 27 years, brother, you know. Wow. So, you know, I was never a relationship person already. So now with
Right,
this
right,
mindset, oh man, I'm talking about I can have good patience.
Right.
Yeah, I can have good patience. But it's all in, you know, but like I say, man, I'm very strong in energy though. I draw a lot of like-minded people around me. So it wouldn't take me long to find a like-minded woman. You know, I just have to see that she take it as serious as I take it.
Right.
And when it's exposed like that, then we gonna be good. You know, I got out of the looks thing, all that, man. I'm more so into the mindset. You turn me on if you smart and you like and you can teach me something. That's how you know what I'm saying? A woman that can teach me something, not as far as like how to live my life, but like teach me something about me.
Right.
Challenge me to my weaknesses. If a woman can challenge me to my weaknesses, bro, we gonna rock out. You know?
I actually seen a quote.
Make me work on myself.
I actually seen a quote similar to what you just said. It was by Drake. He was saying like, I like to be around people who ask me questions that I've never asked myself.
Yeah.
That's that hit me hard. That's like, that's facts.
Yeah, that's the kind of people you want to be around, definitely. Right. Because you're gonna stay to learn.
Right. Or like I like to be challenged.
Yeah.
I like to be like, cause.
So you got like that Michael Jordan mentality, like tell me I can't do it, I'm gonna show you I can.
A little bit, but I'm also one of those people. It's like I don't think I know everything, but I know a lot more than the average person.
Definitely.
So I like when somebody comes and it's like, okay, Eli, this is where you messing up at type deal. I like that intervention. I like to have those conversations with like how to be better. I'm always, even if I was to read every book on earth, if there was one last book.
If you know yourself pretty good,
yeah.
What's your weakness?
My weakness is, I would say, not having, well, I have it, but trying to slow my mind down. Because my mind is like, like y'all, we in 2022.
So you're the type of person that jump from one thing to the next very fast. Yeah, okay.
I'm like, my mind is in 2030 right now. Like, that's always been me. Like, I'm constantly, my mind's always on the go. Like, I'm always like, we gotta get this. How people used to say Tupac was when he came to doing music. That's how I am. I'm like even today. Like today, I was doing my homework. I was like, okay, we got that done. Let's do some real estate work. Okay, we got that done. Let's make some oils. Got that done. Prepping for the podcast. Got that done. Go get the kids some food. I'm on it. But it's like I be seeing that at times I be going too fast.
Yeah.
Or I be missing.
I see where it can hinder you sometimes. Why you say that? Okay. Yeah. Shit, it's better to have more than you don't. You know. But at the same time, sometimes you do gotta slow down. That's one thing that my mentor has been telling me in the real estate games. Man, be patient, slow down.
Right.
You know, if you got, when you got that dog and you just, you want to see it bad, you believe it. So now you want to see it, now you just into it aggressively. Right. You know, it make you extra aggressive sometimes when you think fast and you're not slowing down. You know, so when you slow down, that's when, things more attract to you. You know, can't nothing catch you to be attracted to you because you just move, every time. But if you slow down, things can become attracted to you.
Right.
You know, so then you'll win more. And then you have those, like last year was your best year.
Yeah.
Then you can come at the end of 2022 and be like, man, listen, everything I was doing last year, I did that times 10, you know? Definitely.
But I've also been finding myself is like, no matter what bad has happened to me in life, like consistently for the past 5 years, every year it's been getting better. But it's also because I changed my mindset. Like changing my mindset and having discipline, that's really what started making me like live.
Definitely. And that's good, bro. So how old were you when you first did that?
When I first did that, so about 16.
16. See? What you is now?
I'm 21.
21.
Be 22 in a couple days.
We did talk about that, So you 21 for to be 22. Yeah, bro. You're ahead of the game. You're doing it good. Shoot. I just learned that. Shoot. I don't old was I? Probably 26 when I figured that out.
Wow.
You know, when I really figured it out, though. No, matter of fact, it wasn't until I was 27 when I really figured it out.
Oh, wow.
I had ideas of it at 26, but 27 I understood like, oh boy, you got to do all these things that they telling you to do that you don't want to do, you haven't did yet. That's like separate yourself, limit your crowd, limit your environment, you know.
Right.
That's the lifestyle change that you know what I'm saying you probably had at 16.
Yeah.
And I just not started, but like I say, bro, since then, yeah, I can agree. Ever since you do that, you make that decision, your life gonna be better. Yeah.
And it's also taught me to come prepared.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who I'd rather be prepared than have to get prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So like even when it came to like doing martial arts, because I did martial arts all my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather be prepared for every situation, whether it's a physical confrontation, whether it's a money issue, whether it's a get my credit right, or just handling certain things. And that's really what kind of makes me I be going so fast because I be like, okay, my mama went through this when we was growing up, so okay, I'm still young, so I gotta be prepared for that situation, or you know, having some money put up, because I'm like, okay, I gotta be prepared for this situation. Or like as I'm seeing older people who I look up to going through whatever they go through, and you know they down bad or whatever, I'm like, okay, I'm probably not gonna beat this situation, but how can I come prepared rather than have to get prepared? You know, you have to get prepared. You know, it's
rough. Yeah, rough. Definitely. That's a good mind process. I ain't did nothing like that ever. You know, but that's a good mind process. So you know, that's why you have to have a team. You know,
right?
Cause shoot, I don't think like that. If something I miss, you'll catch. You know,
For sure.
And with likewise with other people. You know what I'm saying? I got a brother like that. We like minded, but we kind of think in opposite ways. So when I'm not thinking of something, he is. And when he not thinking of something, I am. And when we put it together, since we put it together, like recently, man, we've seen so much grow so fast. Like,
For sure.
So it's just the beginning, though. You know, so we got a long ways, man. We got to keep that mentality. Everybody else got to get it.
For sure.
And if they got it, the world will be a better place.
That's actually where I'm at right now. This year, while I'm, you know, accomplishing a lot of my goals as far as real estate and the brands and stuff, my number one goal is actually to like build a team this year. For the South. Because I had a team a couple years ago. I had a team for a strong almost 7 years. But you know, everybody went their separate way.
Yeah. Life got accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just decide to stick with it.
For sure.
You know, that's what separates you.
Only person out of my crew, even the people I started college with. I'm the only, like when COVID hit, everybody dropped out. I'm the only person I knew that graduated. In my little clique and circle. Dang, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that really stuck through.
Yeah. That's good, bro. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Sure. That means you need to. It's meant for you to get around other people then.
For sure.
You know?
For sure.
Definitely, like I told you earlier, they still your people. You still call, check on, do that.
Sure.
You know, create an opportunity. You may be the opportunity they need to spark it back in them.
Right.
Now you could be a true homeboy.
Right.
You gave them hope again.
For sure.
They could see the way. Now you brought them back. You know, and then they could be your team on the team again.
Yeah,
this team would be better. You know, definitely.
That makes sense. That's a good mindset. So,
man.
how you where do you see yourself in the next 10 to 15 years?
Yeah, you think deep. So I don't really think like that. All I see, I really don't have a place I want to see myself.
Okay.
I just know what I want to be doing. I want to be creating opportunities.
Okay.
You know, I want to be able to help feed, the next person. And while they feeding somebody else and they feeding somebody else and they feeding somebody else. You know, like I did that with my books. I share my books like that. I got a homeboy, he be on the boat. I share my book with him. You know, we was having a conversation on the phone, you know. I've known him since high school. Good homeboy, you know, we like brothers now. And he was just saying how he's sharing it and they sharing it, you know, so that's a web effect. I like that. That's what I want to do. I want to have a web effect on people. You
know, I think it would work good for you. You should be an author.
Brother, I ain't gonna lie. I always thought about, since I was in prison, I think I've been thinking about writing a book. But see, one thing about me, sometimes I won't take action. You know, that was my downfall, not taking action. See how long I told you it took me to get in real estate.
Yeah.
I didn't, I lacked the ability to take action fast. That's something that I'm confronting, but boy, I don't want to sit down and actually have to structure a story.
For sure.
That's what's stopping me from doing that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm the same way, because I thought about writing a book so many times, but it's like, for me to actually take time out to sit down and write, I'd be like,
you gotta slow down, like you say.
Yeah,
you gotta slow your mind down.
I gotta slow down.
So the very thing, it's always that very thing that you definitely don't want to attack that's stopping you.
Right.
Always. And that's why a lot of people don't come to where we at now,
Right.
Not saying we far, we better than nobody. It's just like we have a different understanding that people don't have, and until you get that, you can't start the journey.
Right.
Because until we attack our worst things, we can't get our greatness.
Right.
Right.
That's real. Real. With you going in the direction that you going in, would you ever consider going into the direction? Because you say you look up to Malcolm X, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say, once you creating these opportunities for people, being the outspoken person that you are, also being the person, you helping people mentally, therapeutically, would you say you would be taking a role that Malcolm kind of took as he got into his old age?
I wouldn't know, because I wouldn't even pay attention to it like that.
Okay.
I'm not even the type person to, I already understand I have a presence.
Right.
I have an effect. So how big it gets is not even to my concern.
Right.
It's just up to me to stay true to me.
Right.
That's the only way I can be that for them. And if people want to look up to it or follow me, I'm grateful for that opportunity, for that platform.
For sure.
And as they there, I want to lead them in the best way possible.
Right.
To make sure that everybody's making the right decision, or I'm okay with what I suggested to you. That I'm only telling you something I would tell myself.
For sure. That's actually that's one of the things that keep me sane, is staying true.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what's going on in my life, when I have a relationship issues, when I'm going through it at home, or having a money issue, it's nothing that can take me off my focus.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, I'm heading somewhere. It ain't nothing that's gonna knock me off my pivot.
That's good, man. For real. You're ahead of the game.
What's up?
You're ahead of the game. I still have my struggles with it.
For sure.
Myself, just honestly. Still have my struggles with it, Because I'm so new to it, but there's no excuse. Still should be holding myself accountable. So how far I go is based off of me. I don't make no excuses for it.
Right. I think that should actually be the title of this episode. No excuses.
No excuses.
No excuses in life.
No excuses. And we came one plan and had a whole nother kind of like thing take off. That's why I say I like the freestyle.
Right.
Because the truth won't come out, But even with mental health, bro, I've been in a situation where I had people like in the verge, like at the act of committing suicide, call me, That's why I take mental health so serious. And I understand the mind like that, bro. I always be intrigued in the mind. Things, I used to always watch serial killer documentaries. And it's because I wanted to know why did they think that way? What were they thinking when they was going and targeting all these people? Why did they choose their targets? What was the process that they were going through in their mind that nobody else could see?
Right.
That's what intrigued me about serial killers.
Do you think, while we on that topic, do you think it's a certain place to where somebody's mind can be to where they can't be helped?
It's hard for me to speak on it because I know some people who, man, I really think you can control it. Everybody can control it. Let me say that. Everyone can control it, but they may not know that they can control it because since yay high, this young, they giving you pills, they feeding you like you need this to function.
Right.
So you have subconsciously committed to it. So now at a certain age, it's like you do need it.
Right.
You know, because it controls that part of your brain. You allow this to, because you accept it. What you believe is what you become.
Right.
So you believe that you needed it. You know, you accepted that you needed it. Now you depend on it. But, you know, if someone becomes conscious and understand that we do have control of it, then they will learn how to change some things around.
For sure.
You know.
Do you think, I'm gonna pick your brain a little bit more.
Okay.
So when it comes to the worst of the worst situations, when it comes to the killings of Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman, or the incident with Timothy McVeigh, you know, blowing up, you know, Oklahoma or whatever, what he did. When it comes to
like the kid,
Hitler.
Like the kid that shot the people in North Carolina,
Yeah.
Hitler, all these people.
Do you ever think of their mental space?
Yeah, what they thinking?
Like
definitely.
What they thinking?
Yeah, that's them serial killers too, you know, the mass murderers too.
For sure.
What did you have, like, why were you so committed to that?
Right.
You know, what made you feel like it was right? Like, what was you thinking? What did you tell yourself that made you think, like, this is really okay, this is normal, this is okay, let's go through with it? Like, sure. You know, how can you demand all these people to death like that? What did you believe in so strong that you did that?
Sure.
You know, that's how it is. How you think about it? How you think about, like, Hitler and stuff, like, because that's a big major one.
For sure.
You know?
With Hitler, I feel it's just...
With just his thought process.
His thought process?
Yeah,
I feel like his thought process got to a point to where he couldn't nobody tell him he was wrong.
He was no longer open-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's whatever I say, go.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, and then I also feel like that's also what kind of caused him to kill himself, because he got into a situation to where he ain't had nobody to be like, okay, hey, I need help, because he that person. So it's like, well, I'm down bad. What else I know how to do? So he did the only thing that
he knew, he believed in.
Right.
Yeah. You gotta think about it. You know, and why they say you live by the gun, you die by the gun. It's not just physical gun. You know, it's anything you live by, you can die by.
Right.
You know, so he believed his energy was always on killing, death. So at the end of the day, like you say, he turned around, all he knew to do was kill. So he ended up killing himself, because that's what he put his energy on. You know, he fed off of that. So he couldn't eat off of it no more. He just, no reason to be here.
And also, this actually ties into like my next question for you, but when it does come to certain people like Hitler, or just certain people, good or bad, I do feel like certain things are in certain people's nature.
I do too.
Yeah. So like,
certain people have strong. That's like me and you. You're stronger at studying, and I must be stronger at being outspoken and you know, involved with people. You're gonna pick their brain and learn me. I'm just gonna feel it.
For sure.
You know, I'm gonna naturally feel it. You know, and that's the difference between, you know, you having a stronger character trait than I do. And it's the same way with them. You know, they have stronger, you know, personality traits than we do.
Right.
You know, which they say that chemical imbalance, you know, that's what they talk about with that. You believe in chemical imbalance and stuff like that?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. But I do feel like nowadays, so my mama's a nurse practitioner. So she works in a prison. So she works with people, a lot of people who are in the psych ward. So one thing I've learned about chemical imbalance, I feel like just where we living in the world today, when somebody's having a chemical imbalance, it's kind of hard to cure them because we already putting in things from the day we born. You know, what your mama eating. The milk that's coming into the baby, it's already messing up the brain. The vaccines, you know, whether people feel, you know, they good or bad.
People become too dependent, basically.
Yeah. They becoming dependent, so it's like starting out, the imbalance is there. So it's kind of hard to treat them. Yeah, it's kind of hard to treat them because it's like you've been doing something for 20-something years, and then when this person just goes completely off the rocker,
it's nothing you can do to treat a person like that, because a person has to treat themselves.
Exactly.
Person has to treat themselves, and unless they see it like that, it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
person has to treat themselves, man. I mean, you can say something to influence it. That's why the pill influences your mind to go into certain mode to heal yourself.
Right.
You believe you can heal your own body without a medicine?
For sure.
Okay.
I'm one of those people.
Understand that.
I studied Dr. Sebi.
Yeah.
For sure.
I love his mindset. You know, he made me. I'd never really studied him, but when I heard about, because I heard things here and there, but you know, when I heard about it, it made me go to YouTube, started watching him like Gregory. You know,
Dick Gregory.
Yeah, Dick Gregory.
I like him.
Yeah, you
know,
like
different.
people like that. Farrakhan.
For sure.
Farrakhan has a different kind of mind. Stuff like that. That's why I like it. Like I said, as a kid, that's why I like the pimps.
Right.
And mindset, they thinking a certain way. That's what it is, bro.
Farrakhan is actually, because my people are Sunni Islam, but I do have a strong connection with Islam. But Farrakhan is definitely, he was one of those people who I looked up to as far as carrying myself. And
yeah, just standing on what you believe in.
Yeah. And thinking, he showed me really how to get a perspective on every single different person. Like, no matter who, no matter if it was somebody talking crazy about him, be like, brother, you don't know that person's backstory. You don't know why he's doing what he's doing. You don't know who's pushing him to do what he's doing. He could be being held hostage. Type thing. That's really kind of changed my mindset.
Yeah, man, that's good. When I learned that probably like 4 months ago when I read a book called The Four Agreements.
Oh, wow.
It talks about don't assume nothing. It talks about not taking nothing personal. Different things like that, it teaches you that. Because as long as you're not making assumptions, you're not taking nothing personal, you're going to be open to seeing a person's point of view. And then, you're not taking it personal, so it makes you interested in, dang, bro, what's going on? Why you, instead of you assume what's going on, hey, bro, what's going on?
Right.
Why you coming at me like that? You're like, I don't even think you understand me, but you can't communicate with a lot of people these days.
Right.
So, I believe him. I agree with you, bro.
It's actually where that's probably another weakness I have. But I'm not sure if it's really a weakness for me, because I really just think it's the mindset that young people are today. It's you can't communicate. Basically, what I was saying I don't know if you listened to my last episode, but my last episode, we was having a conversation. We was basically saying, with young people, if you don't got no money, they're not trying to talk to you.
Oh, yeah,
you can't tell them nothing if you don't got no money. Or if they got more money than you, they not
because they're influenced by social media, the mindset, stuff like that, and even those who ain't influenced by social media, the music, it's just all about a thought process. Nobody thinks, they think about money because they ain't got nothing of it too much around here, so everybody trying to get something.
Right.
Everybody trying to get something. Man, these people they see somebody with $1 million, it's an uncommon thing.
Right.
No matter what, because of where we come from, what they know.
Right. But
when you surround yourself with 10, 15 million now, all of them got, you see them buy a house for $2 million.
Right.
It's that's when your mind expands.
For sure.
So now your influence is different. What drives you to be influenced now is going to be the mind, because they're going to teach you your mindset. You're going to understand it's their mindset. It's not their money. They created the money. Money just wasn't, some of them inherit money, but I don't be around people like that,
Yeah.
I'm around the people who became the person it took to get it.
Right. My grandfather was that way. My grandfather was the person who really kind of changed. The way, if he ain't do what he did, everybody would still be. Well, my immediate family would still be in the project.
Yeah.
Not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Just living.
Yeah. Man, I got deep down in my line, family members like that. Just great thinkers.
Yeah.
I'm from a line of great thinkers too. But still, even with me having a line of great thinkers that I was related to, I still didn't, I wasn't able to tap into it.
Right.
Because I wasn't conscious of even the opportunity I had with myself.
Right.
But now that I got it, like you say, every year it's getting better.
For sure.
This I am probably just hitting probably ain't even hit a full year yet of me doing this.
Right.
You know, I just started getting like this. So I know, like,
That's
I have to
growth,
stay
though.
in my own lane.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get crossed up and nothing going on and not really bring out the true self, or, you know, get around people that may become jealous of, I called it, you know, like he got it, you know.
Right.
Somebody may become jealous that I got it, so I got to be careful, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to create opportunities. But, you know, I'm not no dummy doing it either, you know. My environment is everything.
It's actually what kind of made me be an introvert. Because I understand, like, because, you know, I look at people like, I know I'm a good person, but I'm one of those people, and I also did martial arts too. But I understood it's like, you know, no matter who you are, I studied Nip's situation. You know, Nip was a good person, but he got caught slipping once. It was over for him. Vaughn's situation. Vaughn was tripping. You know, got hot-headed. Or even Tupac's situation. Like, you know, these people are great people, but I know, like,
You think Tupac did?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You know, that's a lot of things. When you study stuff like that within the mind, you know, I'm sure you watched a bunch of videos of everybody trying to, you know, prove if he really did or not in the scenarios, because, you know, it interests people like us, you know, so I know you probably watched it. Yeah, but man, I definitely know where you're going with that, man, and I agree, bro.
That's really what keep me on point, because I be like, even though people good people, I just be like, gotta make sure I be on point, because I'm like, you know, like, with Nip's situation, Nip is probably, that's one situation I didn't even know the dude, but I was like, damn, that hurt. Like, damn, bro. You know?
Man, I ain't even know Nip thought like that. What really put me on it, I got a homeboy too, man, close with him too. He the one that put me on the book when I got out of prison, that really started my genre of reading that I do now. He put me on a book called I Am. You know, he a local rapper too, you know what I'm saying? AMG Raw, what they call him, you know, Raw, you know. He kind of like showed me, you know, in true form, somebody with a Nip mentality. And then it, you know, that was like, yeah, you know, that's my niche right there, you know. So I started studying Nip, you know, just listening. I really didn't study people like Nip, like, I did, but not like reading them. You know, when I say study, I really be talking about reading, but I did watch videos, I always listen to their interviews. That's how I learn a person.
That's how I was.
Yeah, straight interviews. And listen to his interviews, his mentality was souped up. It was crazy, you know.
That's what really, I think that's really kind of what hinders me from, probably why I don't have a newer team yet. Because I'd be like, you know, I know.
It's going to come to you. Build a man in the world to come.
So,
just keep working on you. Be you, and you. Those needed to be there going to come. Look, you're an introvert, but look at me. You know what I'm saying? We don't text and talk and all that, but at the end of the day, we know we can call each other. We do have conversations, though. We do that. We call each other and have a conversation, you know, and we know we can do that. That's all you need. That's how I could get started, you know, just as simple as that, you know. But it just takes for you to be conscious of where you are and what you're doing, who you're doing it with.
Right.
And that's the difference, man. It's probably what Nip slipped up at.
Yeah, man.
He still won at the end of the day, you know, we never know, though.
But Nip's situation kind of taught me that even though we are where we are today, you gotta watch what you say to people.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he ain't have to say what he said to him.
Yeah. I don't even know what he said to Buddy.
He asked him about paperwork.
Oh, asked him, was he on some paperwork?
Yeah,
he wanted to see Buddy paperwork.
Nah, what it was is that he was saying, like, word on the street is, you know,
you own somebody's paperwork.
You own somebody's paperwork, you need to go handle that.
Yeah.
And Buddy came back. Shoot.
Yeah. Definitely can't put you gotta be conscious of what you put in your energy.
Yeah,
like, you know,
like
you're a boss, but you handle street activity, you know, on the street level.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't like, you know, look at Jay Prince, how he moved, bro.
For sure.
You know, I studied Jay Prince.
That's somebody,
like,
that's a real cool dude.
Yeah, he definitely is.
And low key, too.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and look how he handled himself. He'll never put himself in that situation.
Right.
Or if he was, he'll be prepared for that situation. Homeboy's going to be sitting around just lacking.
Yeah.
You know, understanding the value of who this person is. This the leader of the group.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, no matter, like, he's not over you. He don't look at himself like that. And, you know, you're not going to talk about it like that, but everybody know this really the thinker. You know, so we should protect the thinker.
Or something go down, you know.
Yeah, be prepared. Like,
be
don't
prepared,
let this man slip get all the way up here and shoot me. Come on, man.
I was like,
that
man,
makes sense.
That whole situation, it was just like, man.
It don't make sense.
How did it even happen? There ain't nobody.
Yeah, don't make sense. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Man, it wasn't no big story about no big shootout, so, you know. But that's crazy. That's why you got to be careful how you surround yourself.
For sure. That's what made me tighten up in 2021. It's like, I gotta be on point at all times. Like, even like locally. Man, I know some people who, a lot of my people, LD, you know, a lot of people, good people that I knew. It was like, dang, bro, it ain't have to happen like that, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. I know a lot of them. Yeah. I was close to. And another thing that got me, you know, like we talking about mental health, my homeboy, like my brother, I think just last year his brother had committed suicide, you know. So he's very serious about it now.
For sure.
And so it's big, you know. And I definitely had to learn how to study my mind. You know, I've been seeing a lot of people close to me get taken away, you know, and stuff like that. So I definitely had to figure out how to overcome and live with it, because you can't take it away.
For sure.
You know, I had to learn how to deal with it and live with it, and still be okay and be at peace and not be crashing out, you know, and all this and that. Still be making conscious, logical decisions, you know.
I think I mastered the art of not crashing out.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, I probably have
it could be
bad
good,
thoughts.
it can be bad.
Yeah.
Because mine could be good, it can be bad, you know.
So, I mastered the art of just like, I know like, if I walk away from the situation, I know who I am as a person.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to feel no way to, I'm at peace.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I'd rather, you know, everybody go home, everybody just live, versus going somewhere else.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's something that everyone should have. That's a great quality, because, you know, if you don't understand who you are, you always got something to prove.
Right.
You know, proving something, that's what gets you messed up, you know? So you have to know who you are and understand certain things. Of course, certain things, you know, you're not going to allow to happen to you. You ain't going to let nobody come up to you and just hit you up the head, you know? But at the end of the day, you understand that it's nothing that I have to do to him to prove that I won't let him hit me up my head.
Right.
As long as he don't hit me up my head.
For sure.
Yeah.
I heard something, I've been told this a couple times, and I kind of feel it to be true, because I actually had a situation last year where it was like, you know, I was around a certain somebody who they flipped out on me. Do you feel how do you feel about when you are around somebody who has nothing to lose? Do you feel like that's one of the most dangerous type of person that you can be around?
Yeah, definitely. She don't care about herself, don't care about you.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way last year. I was like, dang, but I ain't really think I would be in that situation.
Yeah,
like,
because
really
that wasn't your motive.
Yeah.
So you was thinking, because it's not my motive, I don't have to worry about it.
Right.
But yeah, it's good you learn it young. You want to learn it later on. You know, you needed that to be in business like you are. You know, so you had to have that lesson come.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So where you see yourself in 10 years?
I see myself in 10 years. 10 years from now, man, I see myself with millions of dollars. Being successful in real estate, being successful with the brand, but just being overall in the tech field. Like, my goal is to go full on in the tech world. You know, you see the way the world's going with the metaverse, cryptocurrency. I'm big on that. That's what I'm really trying to go all the way full into. But also, once I feel like right now my 20s is just me establishing myself. Financially, like, everything gonna be paid for by the time I'm 30. I'm gonna have different goals that I'm gonna try to do without the stress of, okay, I need to pay this. Okay, My son need to be
now you
picked
can
up
get
from
back to
school.
learning.
Yeah.
You're not
Get
worried
back
about
to learn.
surviving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then also just like you said, creating opportunities for people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I know where I'm going, but you know, all the people, you know, that I've interacted with or people that have had close relationship with, I want to show them that, like, you know, y'all could be on the same thing.
You can do it too.
You can do it too. Like,
definitely. That's what I want to do.
And it'd be kind of hard for me now to kind of show them that because, you know, they going through something bad right now. Or, you know, they music not hitting right now. Or they having trouble with their bills and stuff. It's like, it's kind of hard for me to see that because, you know, they going through it right now.
Yeah, no matter what you say, you can't help this situation.
Right.
That's why kids respect money.
For sure.
You just said it yourself, you know. That's why they think like that. But at the end of the day, they have to want more. They have to understand that, you know, life today and what life always gotta be, I can create life. You know, it's all about how you go at it, how you choose to go at it, how you choose to go at it.
For sure.
And you just know, even when you get that opportunity and that platform to give them that opportunity, not everybody's gonna take it.
For sure.
People ain't gonna want it.
I learned that too last year. It's like, you know, everybody do get certain people that can have $1 million sitting right there. For them to take, and they ain't gonna take it.
They ain't gonna change. They gonna take it. They ain't gonna change when they get it.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna do what it took to become the person who can give $1 million. They don't sit back and look at it and be like, okay, if he can give me $1 million, what is he doing that I'm not doing?
Right.
I can't even get $1 million.
Right.
They're not gonna step back and hold themselves accountable.
So.
Not gonna learn. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna become uncomfortable. They wanna stay comfortable. So they gonna take that $1 million and go back to being comfortable. That's
what changed me mentally. It's like I always want to be that person, no matter what I'm going through. I want to keep growing. Like, I want to, like, when I'm in my 60s, I want to still be like, okay. Like, I don't want to
still feel like you got life.
Yeah.
Look at Bill Gates and them people old.
Yeah. And they building
them people,
to this day.
Yeah, they was older than it. Man, Elon Musk, he's older. You know what I'm saying? Not saying these people just like, but you know, like Bill Gates, he old though.
For sure.
You know, and man, Warren Buffett old. You know, but they steady like handle themselves like they in their 20s when it comes to thinking.
Right. And
they're ahead of it. They're ahead of all the young people.
For sure. Last question. How you feel with you being in the mental health space? You being in the therapeutic world? How you feel about this new wave of where the world is going as far as the digital wave, the metaverse?
The metaverse and everything. Man, I feel like that's what you need to get on. That's the place to be.
Mentally.
Mentally. And mentally, how I feel like, oh, they feel to control everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, they feel to control everybody. Oh, they feel to take over people's mind now.
For sure.
Ooh, I'm talking about, man, it's going to be so crazy. It's going to be crazy. That's how I feel about it. Because they're not even conscious now. And now they're learning they're learning how to gain more access to your mind.
Right.
And how to gain more control of your thoughts. That's all they doing with the metaverse and stuff. So if you don't understand how to separate the two, you're going to be in trouble. But that's something to know, though. You want to know how to control people's mind. So it's something to get into, you know.
And really data.
Yeah.
Facebook. I believe in this. I feel like what Facebook did in the past 20 years, with all that data they got, they're going to be a huge player in the game.
They is. He controls the metaverse, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. He definitely on point.
I think he knows
He got everything got you. Yeah. He was thinking 50 years ahead.
For sure.
A long time ago.
Know what you eat. Know what you know what you think before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All these active people always, I'm just sharing posts. I don't say much, but it picking at your algorithm and what you like
it's
to
picking
share.
up every single thing.
Every little small thing. Even he tap into Google searches everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's major. He knows you. The system knows you. Right. He don't know you. The system knows. He figured out how to figure you out, though. Yeah, bro, it's gonna be major.
And that's really what I'm trying to do with the tech field. I see I've been seeing where the world was going as far as tech and AI.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be that black face.
Man, that's what I hate to study too, man. Technology stuff, cryptos, man. That's like, like I say, you gotta talk the worst part of yourself, bro.
Yeah.
I hate studying that stuff. But I have to learn to love it. Love the boredom.
Right.
If I really wanna create opportunities and change lives, and I'm all about leaving a legacy.
For sure.
So I wanna leave a big one.
Yeah. And really, when I see that as like how people would see when cars first came into action.
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna be something like, if you ain't know how to get some money or you ain't know how to make $1 million, get into technology, you gonna do it. And then with me, I'm young and black. Ain't no black people doing tech. Ain't no black people and nothing having to do with tech at all.
Yeah, definitely.
And I realized that, and I was like, okay.
It's some, but you don't hear about them much. They try to keep them concealed.
Yeah, for sure.
But one thing about it though, man, when you get it too, man, when you get there, you still gonna be concealed yourself.
Yeah.
You're just gonna be major to those who know you.
For sure.
Of course, it's gonna be more people. You're gonna have a broader audience. Especially what you're doing like podcast stuff like that. Your name gonna be big in it,
right?
But they just may not give you the notoriety like they give everybody else.
And I still even when I get to certain degrees in life, I still want to be an introvert. But I want people to get the message though. Like, I want millions of people to get the
You're
message.
mastering that now. That's why you like to talk and pick people's brain, and have conversation, because you want to learn how to do it but control it.
Right.
You want to master the art of controlling my message. How much I give and what they get.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I know it, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, man, Josh, man, I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, definitely, bro, man. I like this, man. I feel at home in here. This is a good, safe place for me. This is my niche. I think that's why I'm telling you, bro. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be on the platform.
For sure.
To let my voice be heard, because we may click that, it change the world.
For sure. And I actually want to start bringing you back reoccurringly.
Yeah, bro. I'll be honored to. I always come. Anytime you need me, brother, let's do it.
For sure.
Yeah.
But, before we go, go ahead and, just reassure the people, solar, anything you got going on, anything got coming up.
Yeah, man, I just do real estate, if you want to sell your house, but you don't want to do all the fine things to it, somebody want to sell a house, you're looking for investments, you're looking to get your rental property, Airbnb property, anything you're looking for, hit me up. Have discounted properties, or if you have a property at a discount, hit me up. We can get you a buyer, me and the team. Solar, you're looking to save on your bill, light bill, or anything, give me a call. We can help you save some money for real. Investing in solar is not investing because it's no upfront cost. It's zero down. You just have to qualify. And we're looking to team up with brokers, realty companies, with our solar. We're looking to get out there with my real estate. I'm looking to team with probate lawyers, different things like that, tackling the city, and with lawn service. You need that, handyman work, paint job, anything, hit us up, try services. My phone number, my business line is 904-252-9951. And call me at any time for any of those services, and I guarantee you that I'm going to help you out, Appreciate it.
And on that note, y'all, of course, if y'all need any real estate services, you need somebody to list your home, help you throughout the
first time. If you ask me, I'm gonna refer you to him.
For sure. Or commercial property, any form of real estate in Florida, I can sell it. I can walk you through it. If I don't have the answer, I can get the answer for you. I can also get you some money in your pocket too. So first time home buyers, if you qualify, I can get you up to $7,500 in closing and down payment assistance.
Referral fees for everybody in both companies.
For sure. And
all that.
Negotiations too. One thing about the DEMS teams is we're really good at negotiating. So, know, certain things that.
So y'all pretty fair.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
When we represent you, we can pull out a lot of things out the basket for our clients that, you know, is not the norm. And that's really what made us, you know, do good. We did collectively, we did almost $15 million in real estate.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great.
So last year was a good year for us, you know, 15 million. And that's actually a little bit off because everything didn't get accounted for. But $15 million in real estate. And then this year, 150 this year for sure. We're gonna revisit this show for real.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, if y'all need, if y'all suffer from any anxiety issues, if you suffer from headaches, you suffer from congestion, I do make essential oil blends on the Alexander Brand website. So for whatever, anything you're going through that happens with aromatherapy or has to do with aromatherapy, I can help you. So just go to the Alexander website or hit me up personally. We can go ahead and address whatever you're going through. So if you were somebody like me who had breathing issues, I created a congestion blend to open your sinuses up to help you start breathing again. And also giving you some things, you know, help change your diet. That way you live in the right way.
We need to get into that, bro.
For sure.
Yeah.
Living right. You eat meat?
Yeah.
See, I don't eat meat.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah,
I heard you on your other podcast say you vegetarian last 3 years or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all get on that, man. Y'all gotta get on that.
But yeah, and then of course, you know, we got the body oils, we got the essential oils, we got the shea butter. If you want some good skincare products, get rid of your stretch marks, your rashes, whatever, we got you covered at alexanderbrand.com. Shop everything. Everything's 50% off right now. If you need any media services, hit up Changing Horizons Media Group LLC. Whether you need websites, U-Haul, right? U-Haul, gas, podcast. You want to start your show up here? We taking everybody. Also, Fresco Studio. Fresco is actually who got me in the podcast game years ago. Been a good dude. You know, if you trying to do the music thing, anything having to do with engineering, Fresco got you covered. Real authentic dude. Shout out to Fabio. Also, if you want to rent some spaces locally in Pensacola, you want to rent a space, WPNM Radio, we have event space that you can host events in here, parties, you name it. I'm actually, later this year, I'm going to be doing an event here for, you know, home buyers and stuff. So that's on the way. But I appreciate y'all for listening. If you listening to this on Spotify or Apple or any audio platforms, please leave a good review. That way, you know, we rank high in the chart ranks when we chart. We're trying to chart audio-wise. We know you all love the audio, so please, you know, take the time out to leave a good review. And also, if you want to become a sponsor, you know, you want to promote your business or anything like that, go ahead and hit me up. I'm gonna give out my personal cell phone number, 850-384-3837. And y'all, we can hit me up and talk business, talk tech, we talk sponsorships, podcasts, you name it, I got you covered. But on that note, anything else you want to say?
Man, hey, y'all call me anytime. My business line, if you need advice, you know, definitely want to get into that niche of things. You could pay me, you know, small fee. I promise you I'm gonna help you grow, you know, so I definitely got that going on too. So, you know, that's something new I'm getting into. But right now, even if you just need some advice, you still can call that business line and I still help you out.
For sure.
But you ain't getting too much without paying.
Oh, for sure. Go ahead and let them know the number though.
The number again is 904-252-9951.
All right, y'all, man. This has been Eli's Viewpoint. We're going to have Josh coming back again. Next week, next Monday, we actually going to have a doctor here. So that's going to be very interesting. Very interesting encounter. Cool. Yeah, next Monday, it actually was supposed to be tomorrow, but tomorrow's MLK Day, and I didn't think about that. But yeah, next week, look forward to a doctor being on the show. and we're gonna be talking about some real crazy stuff. So, but it's been Eli's Viewpoint. Peace.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man, I like that. That was a good freestyle, man.
Dope, bro. Yeah, that was dope, bro. I appreciate the opportunity, though, bro.
No problem,
That's
man.
what I like to do, man. You know, and I see why, you know what I'm saying, the podcast can help you because you learn so fast, you know,
Yeah.
that you could just interview a person, then now you got another perspective, you
Right.
know. So, you know, that's why you're going to be good at it, bro. You know, definitely. You know, yeah, man, it's cool, man. I like it. I like feeding people with the thoughts that I have.
Right.
You know, so I would be good in that area. You know?
For sure. Well, yeah, these the people to do it.
Yeah. You know, it'll take me some time. I'm so deep in real estate and stuff right now, trying to make that work. Cause like you say, bro, bro, you talking about 30, I'm almost 30.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, gotta get there. So I gotta go extra hard at me. I definitely don't count it out because it can provide for me, but I just gotta get what I got right now. That's I'm gonna make work, you know, to free up that time, like you say. I gotta free up that time for that.
And that's actually what I was doing the other day. I was moving so fast, like certain things that I'm doing, like outside of my main niche. Like, I'm wasting my time. But like I can approach it at another time, you know, when I'm not so busy.
Yeah, for real, bro. That's how it is, bro. Like, shoot, my brother was just texting me now. He was like, man, he said, cool, you did good. I like to meet that guy. He asked me about that.
Viewpoint. It's been about 2 weeks. I think this is my first
my big brother when I got
live
a
episode of the year.
Yeah. If you listen, I get my mama sent me on the podcast. I'll probably to my brothers and sisters. They probably